Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Adgurum Brahma Vidharam Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Samadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Amadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. So we are analyzing the Maya, and statement is Maya cannot be explained, anirvachaniyam, because whatever you try to explain, in the end you ended up saying I don't know. And that fact is the reason why it becomes the ignorance itself is the root cause for Maya. That's how he explained in terms of the deep sleep state. It is expressed, and that which manifests in the avyaktam to vyaktam, unmanifest to the manifestation, and that is a creation, and that's the power of Maya itself. So why Maya is brought? Because Ishvara was defined as Mayavi, the one wielder of Maya. Now we go back to the Ishvara essentially. Maya dhinaschida bhasaha Maya dhinaschida bhasaha Srutau mayi maheshwaraha Srutau mayi maheshwaraha Antaryamischa sarvajño Antaryamischa sarvajño Jagadyonihi sayevahi Jagadyonihi sayevahi. So Maya Adhinaha, the one who is conditioned, or the Maya Adhinam. Chidabhasa is the reflected consciousness. And Mayi, the one who is the controller of Maya. Maheshwaraha Srutaha, is Shruti is declares that he is the Ishvara himself, the great Ishvara, great Lord. Which Shruti? I think he gave quotations of Mundaka Upanishad and Svetasvara Upanishad quotations there. And this, so who is, how we have defined now, who is the Ishvara, who is Mayavi, who is the one Mayi. Mayi means the one who is a controller. So whole creation comes from Maya, and he is the controller of that Maya. And therefore he is the total force. Maya is the force. And anything that changes state is force is required, even from science point of view. And this is the universal force. So even Einstein was trying to look for what is the universal force. And he could not find it because it's Maya. So you can never discover this total force unless you go to the Upanishads. What is that Maya? Why? Because that is the nature of the truth. We cannot inquire about it. Only Shruti becomes a pramanam. And Antaryami is just, he is Antaryami, he is the inner controller of the whole universe also. So he is projecting the whole creation. Not only he is the intelligent cause, he is the material cause also is going to be talked about. So he is both nimitta, upadana karanam, and that involves both the intelligent and the material cause. And he is therefore Antaryami, he is a Sarvajñaha, therefore he is a Sarvajñaha, he is omniscient. So he should know everything, because if I want to create something, I should have the know-how how to create. Otherwise, I cannot create. And he is the creation of the whole universe. So all the knowledge that are discovered or yet to be discovered are within the creation only. So the one who creates all that has to be Sarvajnaha. This is what they do in the Ashtottara Namavali or something. This is what this involves. Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman and all that. So that is Ishvaraha, because he is creating the whole universe using this his Maya Shakti. And Jagat Yonihi and Saha Evahi, he indeed also is the very cause for the universe. Jagat Yoni means he is also here the very source of the universe. Saha Evahi Antaryami. So he is Antaryami, he is the one, which we will discuss a lot about Antaryami in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And by the way, they want everybody to register by 6. Otherwise, they may drop the camp itself if there is not enough. So those who want to come, please register soon. Okay. Ishvara Sarvajnatvam and Controllertvam is being explained now. Saushuptamanandamayam Saushuptamanandamayam Prakramyevam Shrutirjagau Prakramyevam Shrutirjagau Yesha Sarveshwara iti Yesha Sarveshwara iti Soyam Vedokta Ishvaraha Soyam Vedokta Ishvaraha. So here Saha Ayam Vedaha Uktaha Ishvaraha. Ishvara, the Lord, is being defined in this way, and that is a scriptural statement. What is it? Saushuptam, the one in the Sushupti state, the one who is in the deep sleep state. Anandamayaha, one who is full of Anandamayam. Prakramya, and the teaching Srutam Eva Jagad. Scriptures thus explain Esha Sarveswaraha iti. Thus he is the Lord of all. So here his statement is, when I am in the deep sleep state, what is the state, what is that is being expressed? Only Anandamaya Kosha is expressed there. All other koshas are in the subtlest form. Only Anandamaya Kosha is, what is Anandamaya Kosha? Where the absence of the knower known duality is not there. That's why it is Anandamaya Kosha. So there is indistinguishable or undifferentiable polarity, and therefore it is as though oneness that is pervading both, and therefore there is no Dvaitam, therefore there is no unhappiness, therefore there is no Dukkham. So this Anandamayam is only absence of all suffering, and that is called Anandamayam. And the Anandamaya is also Kosham, that is the sheath. And the discussion starts from Anandamaya, then it opens up as the Vijnanamaya Kosha, then Manomaya Kosha, then the Pranamaya Kosha, Annamaya Kosha, and so on. And Prakramya, so Prakramam, this is starting from this, and it is Shruti Evam Jago. This is what the scriptural explains to us, because the source of information is only the scriptures. Yeshaha Sarveswaraha iti. Therefore he is Sarveswaraha. Therefore he is the Lord of all, because from him everything is coming, because he is the source for everything else. Saha Ayam Vedaha Uktaha Ishvaraha. He alone is, Veda declares as Ishvara. This statement comes from Mundaka Upanishad and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. We have not taken Mundaka here, but Swami Tejamayana has taken. Mandukya we finish. Huh?
Mandukya is what's the reference, it's not Mundaka.
Oh, is the mu in Mandukya, is it?
Yeah.
That we have taken.
MA is Mandukya, MU become Mandukya.
I see.
So that's the nomenclature.
Mundaka is MN, is it?
MU.
MU, oh.
MA is Mandukya.
Okay. So Mandukya we did take then. That is in the 6th sloka of Ishvara is being defined in the 6th mantra. That's what reference is, 6th, is it?
Yeah, 5 and 6.
Okay. That is a deep sleep state.
Yeah.
5 is from the micro, and 6 is from the macro. Yes. Okay. Sarvajnatvadiketasya naiva vipratipadyatam srautartasya vitarkyatvat mayayam sarvasambhavat. So tasya Ishwarasya, that means of the Ishvara, Sarvajnatvam Adikau, he is omniscient. So every religion talks about he is omniscient, omnipresent, and Sarvajna, Sarvashaktimana, and he is capable of everything. So even how do we know all that? Evena vipratipadyatam. So there should not be any doubt about this, because everything is coming from them. The whole universal forces are, if he is a creator of this, then he must be all powerful to do it. So evanna vipratipadyatam. So never be in doubt about these things. So be astika, not nastika here. Saudartyasya. These are statement of the Shruti. So this is a statement that therefore I should have faith in this Shruti statement, because other way I cannot even find out what is the essence of this universe otherwise. Avitarkyatyatvat. So not tarkam, we cannot use the logic in order to analyze this. So tell me, show me Lord Ishvara, you say Lord created, show me Ishvara. You cannot show him because it's not something object to be seen, nor logically can be deduced. So the statements, God didn't create it, all the statements don't mean anything. It only shows the stupidity of the people who make such statements only. But you cannot say they are stupid, because they are only limited intellect, and with that only they are using their tools to analyze that which cannot be analyzed. So you have to pity them, I guess, because we were also in that state before. I was there as I said, there is nothing, after getting confused with J. Krishnamurti's teachings, I said there is nothing is there. Anyway. So avitarkyatyatvat. So it has to be dismissed by the wrong logic itself. Mayayam sarvasambhavat. By Maya, everything is possible. Why? Because that's Maya. So that which cannot explain is due to Maya. That's why Loka, it's like a magic show. Because it is like magic show. Because we do not know the final answer to anything. So he's talking about both now intelligent cause and the material cause now. So that is the nature of Ishvara. Ayam yat srujate vishvam, ayam yat srujate vishvam, tadanyatha itum puman, tadanyatha itum puman, nakopi saktaste nayam, nakopi saktaste nayam, sarveshvara iti nitaha, sarveshvara iti nitaha. So I am Ishvaraha. Yat Vishwam Srujate, this Ishvara, this Lord of the whole universe, yat the whole universe world is Srujate, is being created. So Vishwam is Vividasvayati, that which keeps moving in varieties of ways. Whenever there is a movement, there has to be force, and various forces are contributing it. And he is going to tell, but in the Mandukya, No, in the Kathopanishad it says, even the winds and power, the phenomenal forces are afraid of him. That means they are controlled by him. All the forces operate according to the rules. That's what I mean. Though we don't understand the rules, we cannot control. If Tufan is coming, we cannot control. We know when he is coming, how he is coming, and get out of the way. All we can do is we cannot control those phenomenal forces, and that is what is the force of the totality itself. No, nakopi shaktaste na ayam. So I am na shaktaha nakopi. No one is able to create all these things. There is no other power that can create all these things. Oh, this is not a creation, this is an evolution. So evolution presupposes creation because something has to evolve. So we have to understand the evolution and creation also. It's not evolution, it's only creation. That also is wrong. Even evolution is also part of the modification is also part of the Ishvara Srishti also. Kaha api puman nasaktaha tena ayam sarveshwaraha iti iritaha. So therefore, because of this, tena ayam sarvesh, this he is Ishvara, he is the Lord of everything. That means he is very powerful to create these varieties and varieties. Anything in the universe is only we can talk about. The more we see, now you can see how big is the galaxies and galaxies and galaxies. There's a big, this one they have shown, all the galaxies or whatever we see is very limited, and the galaxies themselves are moving around. There's a beautiful picture of that. It's mind-boggling. The whole creation becomes mind-boggling. It says our whole life itself is so small in the tiny earth compared to even the solar system, and solar system itself is nothing in terms of galaxy, and the galaxy itself is nothing in terms of the total. Now you can see the power of that. But that's all material, but there is a consciousness which cannot be explained. Asesha prani buddhinam, sesha prani buddhinam, vasanastatra samstitaha, vasanastatra samstitaha, tabik krodi krutam sarvam, tabik krodi krutam sarvam, tena sarvagnya iritaha, tena sarvagnya iritaha. I forgot our vakarat. Okay. Tatra, so in that, in the deep sleep state it says, asesha prana buddhinam vasanam samstitaha. So if you go to a deep sleep state from the local point or from the global point, either from the individual point in the laya or from the point of the pralaya, where it goes into the unmanifested form. So the Ishvara sleeping or the Jiva sleeping also. So in the deep sleep state, the impressions of the asesha prani buddhinam vasanaha. So asesha prani means the infinite pranas that are there, means all over, not only in this universe, there may be other planets where all the beings of everything, buddhinam vasanaha, the impressions of the intellects of all beings, samstitaha, are contained. Tabihi sarvam kridi krutam tena irataha sarvagyaha. And with the help of those vasanas, Lord is projecting. Lord is not doing because of his vasanas. He doesn't have any vasanas. He is using the vasanas of the potential vasana of all jivas put together and becomes the material cause for him to project. All point together becomes a Maya only. And that is a Maya Shakti he utilizes for the projection. Therefore, he is Krodi Krutam. He is putting together all together and projecting based on the vasanas only, because he has to project it to exhaust those vasanas. So field is created for the benefit of the jiva so that they can exhaust the vasanas, so that they can be one with him. That's the whole idea. So out of compassion only he creates. Vasananam parokshatvat, vasananam parokshatva, sarvajñatvam na ichyate, sarvajñatvam na ichyate, sarva buddhishu tadrushtya, sarva buddhishu tadruštva, vasanasvanumiyatam, vasanasvanumiyatam. So vasananam parokshatva, it's not directly perceptible. Paroksham is indirect. So that which cannot be visible, because it's not something that one can see. And therefore, one has these tendencies has to be inferred also. And similarly, Sarvagnatam, because he is using that asanas to project the whole universe. So that's a root cause for Sarvagnatam, because he knows all the vasanas, and therefore he is projecting, creating something that is conducive to exhaust those vasanas also. So Sarvagnatam involves knowing all the vasanas also, what is required and what is to be created. So therefore, that Sarvagnatam is also nahi ichyate. We cannot directly see, because vasanas cannot be seen, so Sarvagnatam also cannot be seen. Also these are infinite, so infinite cannot be seen also. Sarva buddhishu tad društva vasanasu anumiyatam. So how do we know that there is there? It says sarva buddhishu, in all the intellect, looking at the and examining the intellectual behavior or individual behaviors. You can say vasanasu anumiyatam. One has to infer that there is a potential force for them to do the way they are doing it. Why he is born in particular place, why he is behaving like that, and he is bringing vasanas that are there. From that we have to include there must be a cause for this effect, because there cannot be an effect without a cause. And I don't see the cause, those vasanas, but I can see the effects. So from the effects I should deduce, infer, and that's why the scripture helps in terms of this deduction. There is anumiyatam. I had to use both the logic as well as the alaukika anumanam also. Means scriptural logic also I had to use. So therefore, he is Sarvajnaha. So he is taking one by one and explain why he is Sarvajnaha. Now he is going to explain why he is Antaryami also. Vijnanamaya mukheshu keshonvanyastra chaivahi koshenvanyatra chaivahi antastishtanyamayeti tenantaryamitam brajed. So vijnanamaya mukheshu, etc. That means starting from vijnanamaya. So vijnanamaya, then manomaya, then pranamaya, then annamaya. All that starting from the intellectual cause, because anandamaya is unmanifested already, vasana is already is using that. So when you talk about manifestation, we are talking about the vijnanamaya and down, koseshu, all other kosas up to annamaya kosha. Anyatra eva, and all other things also, that is all the grossifications from the totality. That means akasha, vayu, agni, agneya, apa, prithvi, all those grossifications starting from space, because space is also not there in the laya, space is not there in the pralaya also, right? In the laya, in the deep sleep state also, we don't have space and time. Therefore, all that has to be projected with the vijnanamaya down on. So anyatra eva, that means includes everything else. Antarishtam, so antarishtam is antarishtam. See, antarishtam is also space, but antarishtam residing in all these things, antaryami. So yama iti controls everything. Tena, therefore, antaryamitam brajet, therefore he is called antaryami. So this also is, there is antaryami brahmana that we are going to take in the Yajnavalkya is going to talk about it a lot. So most of it is coming actually from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad.
There is a source for everything. Everything you have to go there.
Yeah. So in fact we don't have enough people, so therefore we may doing only Saturday, and we are going to take only 3rd chapter. 4th chapter we takes even longer, because it is Jyotish. Swayam Jyoti Brahmana has to be exhaustive and analyzed. So we'll have Mandukya number 1, Munikanda number 1. Okay. Buddhau tishtannantarosya buddhau tishtannantarosya dhiya isvascha dhivapu dhiyanisya dhivapu. Okay. Dhiyamantaryamaya titi evam vedena ghoshitam. Vedena ghoshitam. These are big samasas I'm trying to be. So buddhau tishtan asyaha antaraha. So buddhau tishtan, having sitting in the buddhi, that means having occupied as though it is the intellect. Asyaha antara, being inside means under control. Antaryam, being beyond the intellect. It says here being inside, beyond means that which propels the intellect to perform. Cha dhiya, by the intellect. Anichya, incomprehensible. Dhivapuhu, intellect being the body. Subtle dhiya, dhivapuhu, dhivapuhu. Dhi is intellect, vapuhu is the body. And dhiyam, of the intellect, antaryam mayiti, controlling from within this way. Evam vedena ghoshitam. From the buddhi is reflected in the buddhi, making it as though it is conscious entity, and from the intellect is mind, and the mind to the body, all is the consciousness is pervading through, and because of that only the matter is becoming operating. So controlling of what? Controlling as both as a Virat as well as the Vaishvanara. So all the internally is controlling the every operation of all physiological functions are all being controlled. That is antaryami. Antaryam iti, controlling of in this way. Evam vedena ghoshitam. This is how the scriptures have declared. So it says Veda declared that Ishvara, by being inner dweller of the intellect, controls the intellect and everything else. But he cannot be comprehended by the intellect. So it is atiti. It is that which antaryam ayati. But it is beyond the intellectual analysis or grasping. So here he is talking about antaryami, before that sarvajñatvam. Now he is going to talk about the sarvavyapakatvam. For that upadana karanam has to be used. So for that he is going to give example of tantu and pata. Tantu pate sthito yadvatu. Tantu pate yadvatu. Upadana taya tata. Upadana tata. Sarvopadana rupatva. Sarvopadana rupatva. Sarvatrayam avasthitaha. Sarvatrayam avasthitaha. So yadvatu, just as similarly, tantuhu upadanataya. Tantuhu is this the thread. Upadanataya is the material cause for pate, for the cloth. Sthitaha, it exists as the upadanaka, means it is made up of the thread. Cloth is nothing but the made up of the thread. This example is going to come in the Brihadaranyaka also.
It is the Yajnavalkya to Gargi.
Yes.
What is his work?
Yes. So this is he's talking about tantu. He says the crisscross. Royati. Anyway. Sarva upadana rupatva. Sarva upadana rupatvat. So for everything as upadanam, as the material cause, rupam in that form, is sarvatra avastitaha. So sarvastra avastitaha. So it is ayam sarvatra avastitaha. Sarvatra ayam avastitaha. So in everything it is existing as the very material cause of that. Before that, it says intelligent cause is that. Now, even the material cause is that. There is nothing other than. So, all causes are nothing but him itself. So, in the case of material cause, he himself became many. That's the basis. So, himself is existing as though both the conscious entities as well as unconscious entities. So, Shankara calls it abhinna nimitta upadana karanam. That is how it defines as the undifferentiated nimitta upadana karanam, both intelligent cause and the material cause. So if there is only one that is the dream. Dream is where you have material cause and the intelligent cause one and the same. But here also, that's why scripture uses the dream example profusely to analyze it. So he's going more about pata and tantu pata. Padadanyadantarastantuhu padadanyadantarastantuhu tantorapyam surantaraha antaratvasya vishrantihi yatra savanumīyatam. So padadapi, even the cloth also, tantuhu antaraha, the thread is the inside as an interior. But what about the thread? It says tataha tantoho api antaraha amshu. Even for the thread, if you analyze the thread, then there is something other than that is made up. Thread is also made up of something else, and that is called fiber here. Okay, so fiber is inside the essence. So one can keep on going. Ultimately, you can keep going to element, electron, proton, neutron, all that, and then ultimately you come up with the dead end only. So the fellow who is investigating, they are trying to break the finer and finer atoms without recognizing that one who is doing it is conscious entity, is not included in the system. So whole problem is that yatra antaratvasya, the antaratvasya, it's a hierarchy of the interior. Vishranti, you have to stop somewhere. We don't know. Okay. So what is it? That's where you say and conclude this is nothing but anumiyat. It is nothing but asau. It is due to the Ishvara only. You cannot say anything else. Why Ishvara? Because the system has to be, total has to be analyzed, where you have to include consciousness also, which cannot be analyzed by any objective tools. I just got there's going to be some big seminar because this is 100th anniversary, right? Big anniversary Chinmaya Mission. So in the Pune, they're going to have a meeting, and suddenly I got an invitation that I had to talk on the Jiva aspect of it. The first day is Jiva, next day Isvara, and the third day the combination of the two, Jiva-Shara-Aikyam. So I was given a title also. It is self-unfoldment. So I have 1 month to unfold myself now. It's going to be November around 18, 19, 20, around 3 days in the Pune. If you are there, you can come. They are They are trying to invite some giants, but I don't know how I got in there. But anyway, so Guruji and Guruji recommended also. It seems anyway. So the essence is the inquirer cannot be inquired. So I'm going to use some of the slokas from this because there is never ending of analysis, because you have to stop somewhere. Dvitrantaratva kakshanam darshanepyayamantaraha darshanepyayamantarah na vichyate tato yukti na vichyate tato yukti shrutibhyameva nirnayah. So here why we cannot inquire, he himself is giving an answer here. Dvitantrantaratva kshanam. So one can go by step. What is the cause for this? You come up with something. What is the cause for this? You can come up with that. So you can get hierarchy of what is cause effect for the upadana karanam until you can go up to the limit of where you can analyze. The system itself fails after that. Darshanayapi. I am antaraha na vichyate. What is the ultimate cause for this? You will never know. Na vichyate. So therefore, you will never be able to find out what is the ultimate is, that is, which is nothing but the self that is not seen, cannot be seen. Tataha, therefore, yukti srutibhyam eva nirnayaha. So therefore, you cannot use the yukti alone, but it is yukti supported by the scriptures alone has to be eva nirnaya. One has to use the logical inquiry using the Shruti as a basis. Shruti means the scripture as a basis. So scripture alone becomes a pramana for this, because there is no other way you can analyze a conscious entity by any unconscious tools. That's how the problem is. Everything that can be objectified is an inert entity, and that which cannot be objectified is the subject, and the subject cannot be analyzed by using any objective tools. So therefore you are a dead end whatever you do. And without including the total system, you cannot analyze partial system and make theories out of it. That's another problem. So the total system includes both a knower and the known together. You cannot use only the known aspect and analyze it and come up with the solution to a problem for the totality. So Ishvara can never be analyzed by using science. Science means objective science. That's why the real science, Ishvara says, that which is known is real science is Vedanta only. Brahma Satyam Jaganmitya Jivo Brahmaina. That Eva is Tattvam, is nothing but the science is saying. Okay. Padarupena samsthanat. Padarupena samsthana padastantor vapuryadha padastantor vapuryadha sarvarupena samsthanat sarvarupena samsthana sarvamasya vapusthata sarvamasya vapusthata. So he is using again pada example. Yatha padarupena, just as in the form of a cloth, samsthanat tantoho, so pataha vapuhu, samsthana tantaha. Tantoho means the existence of the thread is in the form of, expressed as in the form of the cloth. Patavapuhu as the body of the cloth. So what is cloth? Body of cloth is nothing but the threads only. Threads themselves are expressing in the form of a gross product as the cloth itself, as pataha vapuhu, as the body of the cloth. So same analogy, what is the source is the Ishvara himself is expressing in the body form as well as in the grossification form. Tada sarvarupena, in the form of everything that you see. Sarvam samsthanat asya vapuhu, as the body of all, as sarvam, what is existing in the form of is nothing but Ishvara only. So use the example that anumiyate, that you have to deduce that this is the only cause from which the whole universe came. So therefore he himself became many. So where do I have to look for him? Look for him anywhere you see him only. That's what is essentially. So this is why the Vedanta differs from all other religions in the sense that he is nothing but the whole universe itself. Even the Visishta Advaita and all that, they separate it, even though it is Sariram, but they think it is only Bhagam of the Ishvara, only, as it says, this whole body and the Jivas are only part of the Ishvara. Tanto Sankocha Vistara tanto sankocha vistara chalanado patastada avasyameva bhavati naswatantriyam pade manak. So he says cloth have no swatantram, has no independent existence at all. Cloth doesn't have any independent existence. And here it says tantoho sankocha vistara chalana adau. Because of the thread only, any movement of the cloth also. Without moving the thread inside, you cannot move the cloth outside. So, sankocham, the contraction, vistaram, expansion, so you can roll it or you can do it or you can make it everything that you want. Of the pata is due to tantaha, is due to cloth, is due to thread only. So, movement of the thread is expressed as movement of the cloth. So you are only wearing the cloth, you are only wearing the thread only. Wearing the thread is wearing the fiber. Wearing fiber, you can always look at everything ultimately. It's only packaging, right? Ultimately, even science also, everything is nothing but electrons, protons, neutrons. Everything is only packaging only, how they are assembled. But still, at the transactional level, you can discriminate it. Garbage is garbage, food is food and all that. That is for transactional purposes. But understanding is everything is nothing but one that pervades everything. So that becomes a vibhuti, that becomes a glorification, that becomes a bhakti also. Seeing the bhakti becomes seeing Ishvara everywhere. That's what it is. How do you see Ishvara? In everything as Ishvara Swarupam only. So there is no independent existence or movement of anything in the world other than due to his movement. So therefore, anything that happens in the universe, not only the appearance, any activities that goes is because of propelled by the controller who is the Lord inside. But at the same time, he is not responsible. So we're going to talk about it all that in this. So how Ishvara supports the whole universe is going to tell now. Tatantaryamyayam yatra yaya vasanaya yatha vikriyeta tadha vasyam bhavetcheva na samsayah. So tadha, in the same way, I am antaryami, this inner controller of the whole universe, yatra, wherever, yaya vasanaya, by whatever tendency that one is exhibiting, yatha, in this as vikriyata, or modifications, or is due to vasanas only, tada avasyam eva bhavati na samsaya. By he controlling through the vasanas, all the expressions are being expressed, and himself is a controller as basically. At the same time, all the expressions are belongs to only the outer things. Avasya eva bhavati na samsaya. So similarly, the inner controller dwelling in the vasanas and expressing through the vasanas the whole universe, both the gross and the subtle things in the words. And bhavati eva nasamshaya, therefore no doubt about it. So here he is going to quote the Bhagavad Gita sloka. Ishvara sarva bhutanam Ishvara sarva bhutana Rudjesharjuna tishtati Brahmayan sarva bhutani Yantra rudhani mayaya. So he is essentially lifting the whole sloka from the Gita itself. This is what Krishna said in the Ishvara. What is he said? He is inner dweller, number one. That is Ishvara sarvabhutanam Ruddesha Arjuna tishtati. And Brahmayan Sarvabhutani propels everything sitting inside. Sarvabhutani, all beings, yantra rodin, like a yantram, like a machines they are working. So it looks as though everything is controlled by him. Then why should I be accountable? I think, right? That question, is there a free will or everything is destiny? And that questions will arise at this time. He says this is only at the outer aspects you have to look in terms of that. So he's going to differentiate slowly. So where does the Ishvara start? Where the Jiva's willpower starts also. Sarva bhutani vijnana, sarva bhutani vijnana, mayaste hrudaye sthita, mayaste hrudaye sthita, tadupadana bhuteshaha, tadupadana bhuteshaha, tatra vikriyate khalu, tatra vikriyate khalu. So sarva bhutani, all beings, Vijnanamayaha. So Vijnanamayam is identified with the intellectual state, or that is the Jiva. Te Hrudaye Sthita, existing in their hearts, there, Tatra, Tat Upadana Bhuteshu Kalu Vikriyate. So as a material cause of the very intellect, Bhutesha, the Lord of all the Bhuta, that is Ishvara, Kalu Vikriyate, he indeed transacts the whole universe is by the Ishvara. So this becomes a knowledge for us. If I can stand apart as a witnessing consciousness and look at the world now, and says the whole world will go on whether I am active or not. So I can stand apart now, look at as a witness and see the operation of the world. Why? Because Lord himself is going to take care of it. You don't have to do anything after that. But Lord will be using the so-called equipment that belongs to him only. Body, mind and intellect, don't think that you are they are yours. That is Ishvara's only. He will be using that to perform the everything. So this becomes a knowledge if I can stand apart and now use tamasha of the whole universe. Otherwise, at least recognize the Lord is doing everything, so I don't have to do anything else. So if you want 2-day camp, he will have 2-day camp. If you have 1-day camp, he will have 1-day camp. There is nothing to worry about it. So it is his doing, so why should we worry about it? So let's have fun, whatever we are. This is about camp next week. So I told him, if you have not enough people, then cancel it. So if God wants it, let me have fun. I will be giving talks for the people, other people are listening on the live stream. That's the good thing about it anyway. I was surprised so many people are watching, not immediately, but listening to the talks, as I see in terms of there are close to 2 million, I think, and there were 2 million minutes, 2,006,000 minutes of viewing. So you're talking about real view, not just looking at it and closing it. Those are minutes of operation. So that means a lot of people are watching at their own way. I told you, if people write to me and says, "Can you be my guru?" I keep asking. Say, you don't need a guru, just study it and all that. So, no, please, I want you to be, okay, all right, I'm your guru, now continue study.
But isn't that the conditioning of the way in which the traditions have been passed on?
Yes,
yeah. Part of the problem.
Yeah, but then afterwards, what happened? Afterwards, I never heard hear from them. Anyway, that's interesting, because a lot of, they may be listening to this also. So I never hear from them also. Actually, one lady came all the way from Houston. I was in the Houston before 1 week. She didn't meet me. She came all the way here because on the Guru Purnima day, she wanted to get the blessings and all that. So went, and then she was, I don't know whether she's watching anymore or not. She keeps sending at least once an email. So this is all drama of Lord Ishvara. If we can stand apart and look at the whole, it's a really beautiful. सर्वभूतानि विज्ञान सर्वभूतानि विज्ञान मयास्ते हृदये स्थिता सदास्ते हृदये स्थिता तदुपादान भूतेशः तत्र विक्रियते खलु So sarvabhutani, all beings, vijnanamaya. We did our.
We just did that.
Oh my God. Okay, next. We don't have to repeat it. Sorry. I forgot I did also. Because they're all somewhat similar theme. That's Dehadipanjaram yantram tadaroho bhimanita visita pratisiddheshu pravuttir brahmanam bhaved. So dehadi panjaram, this cage of this body, etc. Yantram, as though it is like a machine. Abhimanita, the one who identified with the body. Tadaroha, one who is riding upon. Vihita, acceptable or pratishaddeshu, unacceptable actions are being done. Pravuttihi brahmanam bhaved. So it's getting involved in the pravrutti brahmanam, is in the activities of this. His actions are going on. So it's like a machine, and one who uses this as a machine, and all the activities of good and bad are being done. From the absolute point, there is neither good or bad. Remember, from the total point, from the Satchidananda Swarupam, there is no good or bad also. But from the Vyavaharika, there is a dharma and all that. So dharma and all that comes under the Vyavaharika level. So one has to be careful in what level we are giving it, understanding is. So all activities of, here we are talking about vihita. Vihita means Veda Vihita or Dharma Vihita or Loka Vihita. All those duties that are acceptable, and pratishiddheshu, that which are not acceptable also being done by this yantram only, this body, mind and intellect. And who is indweller? The one who thinks that I am the controlling factor is the one who is controlling that. So we think we are controlling, and we think we identify with the body only, then we think we become the controller. But the totality is being controlled by the Ishvara only. Oh. Okay, let's do one more. Vijnanamaya rupena tat pravrutti swarupataha swasakyesho vikriyate mayaya brahmanam hitat. So Vijnanamaya Rupena, in the form of Vijnanamayam, that means the Purusha, the Jiva here. Tat Pravrittihi. Pravritti means involving both the Pravritti Nivritti also, the doing and not doing, or good and bad activities of that Jiva. Ishaha, the inner controller, Swasaktya, by his own power, Vikriyati, manifests. So in the form of Jiva, expressing himself, the Ishvara himself in the form of Jiva, as a local Jiva, for the local vasanas, is expressing the world of activities, Vikriyati. Tathi, this indeed, Maya Brahmanam, activities of the force of Maya, by Maya, Brahmanam, or activities are being done by the intellect at the local level and the total intellect at the global level. Antaryamayati chuktva Antaryamayati chuktya Ayamevartha srutau srutaha, ayamevartha srutau srutaha, pruthivyadishu sarvatra, pruthivyadishu sarvatra, nyayoyam yojyatam dhiya, nyayoyam yojyatam dhiya. So antaryamiti is I am inner controller within. Iti uktva, by these statements of the scriptural statements, yes, I am eva, this alone is indeed the meaning of srutau srutaha, is the scriptural statements of this to be understood. So I am the inner controller, this is what is we're going to talk about more exhaustively as Antaryami, but here it says, I am the controller of the Shruti statements, has to be understood that in everything he is the one that is really propelling this. Pruthivyadishu sarvatra, and I am nyayaha dhiya yojyatam. Pruthivyadishu, from the starting from Pruthivi Adi, starting from the earth, all phenomenal forces and all the whole universal factors that are the 5 elements, Panchabhutas, and the products of the Panchabhutas. Sarvatra, in every case, I am nyayaha, this logic has to be applied using the intellect. That means he is the innermost controller of everything in the universe. In the question answers of the Yajnavalkya, he is going to talk about this Antaryami. So everyone is nothing but, all gods are nothing but under his control. He is the total control of all gods also. They are only his own expressions, like different departments, and he is the total president of the whole. Under thing only everything operates. So now we are quotation from Duryodhana. Janami dharmam nacha me pravrutti, janami dharmam nacha me pravrutti, janam yadharmam nacha me nivrutti, janam yadharmam nacha me nivrutti, kenapi devena hrodistitena, kenapi devena hrodistitena, tatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi, niyuktosmi tatha karomi. So janami dharmam, aham janami, I know dharmam, najame pravuttihi, but I feel like doing what is not right thing to do. I know what is right thing to do, but I feel like doing something not right thing to do. So we are all Duryodanas. Whenever we are doing something which is not right thing to do, we have to remember that we are like becoming like Duryodanas only. He says, Janami adharmam also. I know what is adharmam also, what is not right thing to do also, what is should not be done. But nachame nivritti, but I cannot avoid doing that also. So I do all ulta sida. Kenapi devena hrudistitena. Something is propelling me to do this, and he calls it the deva. Kenapi devena, by some power which is beyond my control, and who is in my heart. Yatha niktosmi tadha karomi. Whatever it propels, I am doing. So I am just going by whatever my vasanas tell. Here is a vasana. Deva is here, that which cannot be. We calls it a phenomenal force, that which is propelling that. Arjuna says, forgot the sloka. Kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajoguna samudvaha, mahashino mahapatma. Anyway, that he says, after knowing it, why people commit, right? That was the question.
3, you know.
I don't remember the chapter. I only remember slokas. Papam charati purusha. That's what. Kades kamayesha, krojayesha, rajoguna samudbhava. Mahashino mahapapma. So he says from kama and krodha, but he uses a single word there. You have to watch. There's a Shankara Bhashya talk about Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajoguna Samudra. He says Kama, but Krodha, but this essence is only one. It's a Kama itself expressing as Krodha. It's not two. So therefore, it is one that comes from Vasanas, is coming from the desire is coming from the Vasanas, and that is what. This is Kena api devena hridistitena yatha niktosmi tadha karomi. This is one of the famous statement of Duryodhana that is quoted for justification. So Duryodhana and Dharmaraja were asked by Krishna. So Duryodhana was asked to go and find good people in the world, and Dharmaraja was asked to go and find the bad people in the world. So both come back and says we could not find. Duryodhana says I could not find any good people in the world, and Dharmaraja says I could not find any bad people in the world. So it all depends upon your reflection. But that tells you that whenever we find something wrong, there is something wrong with us. One has to be careful. So how should I look? That doesn't mean that you should excuse the wrong thing. You should see activity can be wrong, but people are not wrong because God is surviving there. But action has to be corrected. That's what is the Lord Himself is being born as Avatara to correct it also. So we have to be like Ishvara. So what is the role? Then everything is done by the Lord. Then why should I be accountable? Why should I suffer? Right? Is there a free will, or is there only everything destiny? The question is being answered now. Nartha Purushakareneti Purushakareneti Evama Sankyatam Yataha Evama Sankyatam Yataha Isha Purushakarasya Isha Purushakarasya Rupenapi Vivartate Rupenapi Vivartate. So what is the role of Ishvara here, and what is the role of Jiva? Ishvara role is from the totality, Jiva role is from the locality. So one has to understand what exactly is to be, in what way control is. Purushakarena, so what is attributed to the Purusha here, Ishvara. So Arthaha now, so what effort is there meaning for the other, what effort will be the meaning for the Jiva is. Yet eva ma sakyatam. So do not think that way, that I do not have any control on the activities of myself if everything is done by the Ishvara only. Yataha, because Ishaha Purushakarasya Rupena api vartate. Even you who says that I am no control is the one who is also Ishvara also. In the form of Ishvara, you have to control at the local level also. That's one way of looking. By looking at the local activities of the Vasanas, even though Vasanas are expressing here, if you do not have the intellect, then you follow along the Vasanas. So if you don't have the intellect, then buddhi tesha sesha buddhya vihena pasubhi samana. So if you don't have the buddhi, or if you don't use a buddhi, then you will be like an animal only. You follow whatever the vasanas. But when the buddhi is Lord has given, then it's part of the Ishvara's only Shakti that is expressed as a buddhi to decide what is right and what is wrong, and then do dharma. That is in what. Therefore, there is a Purushartha also as a part of the Prarabdha. Prarabdha is only vasanas, Purushartha is your effort. Where are we now? Okay, one more sloka will go. Idruk bodhenishvarasya Idruk bodhenishvarasya pravrittirmaiva varyatam pravrittirmaiva varyatam tadhapi sasya bodhena swatma sangatva dhijanihi swatma sangatva dhijanihi. So idruk bodhena, by correct understanding here, Ishvarasya pravritti, the pravritti of the Ishvara, the nature of the controllership of the Ishvara, Sama eva varyatam. So it has to be that which has to be rejected and accepted. The choice is given because of the Ishvara's role only, because tadapi isasya bodhena swatya asangatvadi janihi. So the asangatvam of the jani, of the jiva is to be understood, has to be accomplished. Janihi has to be accomplished by following the Ishvara's teaching and say, don't get involved, let the Ishvara do everything then. So then why it's called Prakritya Vacha Karmani Kriyamanani Sarvasa. So Indriyarteshu Vartante iti dharayan. All those things will happen only if I can stand apart. But if you involve yourself as I am a doer, then you are taking unnecessarily role. Then you have to suffer the consequence. So you have to do Ishvara Bodha also. How do you know? Because he himself taught in the form of scriptures also. That is what is going to be talked about from the next sloka. Here it says, I am in fact, all these Shrutis are my statements only, and therefore follow the scriptural statement as Ishvara Vidhanam Niyatam. So with that we'll stop and we'll resume Panchadasi after I come back from India. Let's do Purnamada Purnamidam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So you have up to sloka